The last driftwing. In the cold orbit of the dead moon Nerith V, there drifted a creature older than memory. A dragon, not of Earth, but of deep space. A driftwing. Its body, once sleek and luminous, now sagged under the weight of 1,000,000 parasitic barnacles. Fungal armor crusted its wings. Its eyes, dim and clouded, barely noticed the passing stars anymore. Once it had flown between galaxies, ferrying living ships across the cosmos. Now it was a rotting monument. A forgotten beast left to die in silence. Until Kael came. Kael was a junker, a salvage pilot with a crooked ship and a bleeding heart. He scanned derelict systems looking for metal, wreckage, forgotten treasures. He never expected to find a living myth. The sensors pinged something too big to be wreckage, too alive to ignore. When Kael first saw the driftwing through his cockpit glass, he stopped breathing. "By the void," he whispered. "You're real." It was the size of a dreadnought. Wings folded like ruined sails. Glowing cracks lined its skin like dying constellations. Kael could have left. He should have. Instead, he docked. The closer he got, the worse it looked. The barnacles were intelligent parasites, mineral-feeding invaders that wrapped around the beast's nerve endings, slowly driving it mad. Every pulse of the driftwing's heart was met with 1,000 tiny bites. Kael drifted toward the great eye, the size of his cockpit. It blinked. Alive. "Hey, big guy," Kael said softly through his comms. "You still in there?" He didn't expect a reply, but he felt it. A low hum. A thought, not in words, but emotion. Pain. Loneliness. Surrender. "No," Kael said. "You don't get to give up." Over the next weeks, Kael became obsessed. He flew missions into parasite zones to gather data on the barnacles. He bartered with outlaw medics for nanobot swarms. He jury-rigged tools, borrowed repair drones, and wired together ancient biotech systems. He returned daily to the driftwing, patching, cutting, healing. The barnacles screamed when he burned them off. They fought back, swarming his ship. His arm was nearly torn open by a hatching swarm pod. Still, he came back. Still, he spoke. "Hang on, old-timer. You've flown too far to die here." He played music. Read poetry. Told its stories. And always, the dragon listened. One day, the eye focused. Clear, bright. A voice not audible but in his mind finally spoke. "You remain." Kael sat in stunned silence. "Yeah," he said. "Took you long enough." "Why?" Kael shrugged. "Because someone left you to die. And I don't leave things behind. I remember stars. Sun songs. I flew before your kind learned to look up. I believe you. Will I fly again?" Kael looked out the viewport. "We'll try." And they did. Together. It took months, but the parasites were driven back. The barnacles shriveled and cracked under custom nanofire. The dragon's wings healed, slowly, painfully. Kael rebuilt the driftwing's neural linkages using salvaged AI processors. Each day, the beast remembered more. The names of dead stars, the coordinates of ancient suns, lullabies sung by extinct civilizations. Kael listened and bonded. Then came the hunters, galactic scientists, war fleets, mercenary ships. All had caught wind of the last driftwing. They wanted it for parts, for study, for trophies. Kael refused to give it up. They attacked. The first strike hit Kael's ship. Oxygen vented. He choked, crawled to the bridge, bleeding. The driftwing howled, a psychic scream that cracked enemy radars. Kael coughed. "Time to go, old friend. Hold on to me." "What?" "I will fly." Kael opened his eyes and saw it. The driftwing's wings unfurled. The stars shimmered with blue fire. It launched. Kael's tiny salvage vessel clutched in its protective claws. They soared through enemy fleets, through plasma, through light and darkness. The drift-wing dove into hyperspace, breaking open forgotten pathways. They vanished into legend once more. Years passed. Children on outer colonies told tales of a lone mechanic and the last driftwing, a god of old, reborn. Some said the dragon had grown new wings of starlight. Others said Kael became part of it, mind and soul. But one thing was known. Wherever dying things drifted forgotten in the void, you might still hear music and feel a giant shadow pass overhead.